Welcome to Fingerlakes Grindhouse, the leader in the upstate New York rural independent horror film market.
There's no running water, and the lights don't come on.
Okay, so we've taken this house here and we've turned it basically into all of our sets in our production studio. Follow me and I'll give you a quick tour of the inside. In. Over here we have one of our sets. In through there. Give you a better tour of that here in a second. Over here is where we'll be editing the film. Here's our script. Over here is where we'll be doing all of the sound. Here's the storyboard. This is basically the entire story in like comic book form. Joe Bob Riggs said that he's going to review it when it's finished. Here's the script. There. We got lighting gear, sound gear, lenses, cameras, more lighting gear, more cameras. We got everything we need here equipment-wise to produce this film. Blackmagic cinema lenses, Blackmagic production cameras with these cinema lenses. We've also got a couple 4K cameras over here. Chris Peluso's head. This is the area where we'll be watching the movie get edited together. On these screens here, everything patches into that HDMI hub over there. A little bit of backstory. I grew up here in central New York. I went to college at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh for movie special effects. While I was in college, Jurassic Park came out and everything kind of transitioned over into computer. Instead of going out to LA, I went out to Orlando and I worked for the theme parks. That's how I know how to do all of this stuff. I worked for Universal Studios, Disney, up until the point where I opened up my own shop. Then we moved back up here, put the kids through school. I still do a lot of work for the theme parks down south. But I didn't really want to go back into the whole theme park thing. What I really wanted to do was make a horror movie. So we basically gutted the house and started writing a script, started making props, costumes.
So right out of the gate,
basically,
Rehearsing lines.
we're just going to do me as this girl now instead of doing that because
Right.
I'm new.
The first thing she says is, "What? You're too old."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously parts have got to
Right.
be rewritten. This is supposed to come
Okay,
from a little
yeah.
kid's mouth. This is the set for the manager's office. I'd say about maybe 30 minutes of the movie takes place in this room right here. We've got a room built back here that the extras go into for the zombies so we can drop in our backgrounds. Over here we have the puppet. Two puppeteers operate her from under the bed. Her eyes move, her mouth moves, her arms move, her spinal column moves, she can cry, her tongue moves. There's a monitor under the bed so the puppeteers can see her. After we film all of these scenes with the puppet, then I cut my hair back, I trim the hair back, and then Lois has a costume that she climbs into, and then the room gets fixed up. By the time we're finished filming in this room should be put back to normal again. Over there is the manager's office set, and here are the monitors where we view what we're filming to make sure all the shots are correct, so on and so forth. And this is where we watch it at night before we go to bed. I sit here and watch everything we filmed. All right, let's get the hell out of my bedroom.
Here we have a face cast that we made, which we then created a mold of our main zombie, which will be deteriorated multiple times throughout the movie in different stages, as well as our main body piece, which will also be in multiple stages throughout the film.
Now I'd like to take you a little bit more through some of the background. Once we had our body double created of our actress, the next stage was to create various sculptures off of that positive, which allowed us to create the various degrees of deterioration and decay as she progresses through the course of the movie. One of the things that we did was to then do some preliminary latex work to create a positive overlay for the actress. This was one of our test pieces before moving on to the piece that Cece showed you over here, which is another phase of deterioration, and then on to the following pieces as well.
Here's some movie magic for you. Over here we have our miniature tanker truck that we built to simulate the wreck, which releases the chemical X into the cemetery, thus bringing our zombies to life. It is hosed so that the fluid can come out of here onto the road, simulating the environmental disaster. It will all be superimposed onto a street here locally, Route 33, with a cemetery off to the side.
Can you see where the camera is, the center, at all? Because I want your nose to go right to the line. It's been gasping, reaching a little bit. There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You're doing good. Yeah, yeah. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.